Actually, not a lot of fans walk up to me singing that first line of Blue because they're afraid. I love the yodeling. People want me, they do walk up to me asking me if I can teach them how to yodel. I don't know if I can teach that. I don't even know how to teach that. Hey everyone, I'm LeAnn Rimes, and this is the hit story of my song Blue.
Why can you be blue over me?
Blue was written by a radio disc jockey named Bill Mack. He saw me sing, I think at a Cowboys game. I think I was singing the national anthem at a Cowboys game, and sent the song to my dad. My dad actually threw it in the trash because the demo was awful. And my dad left to go do something, and I was the defiant child that I was like, my dad's not gonna make that decision. So I went and dug it out of the trash and ended up putting that little yodel thing in there by the time my dad got home. And he was like, oh, now it sounds like a cool song. So I think it was just my little 10-year-old girl instinct of like, oh, this sounds cool to me. I yodeled my whole life, basically up until that point. I think I learned how to yodel when I was 7. And I naturally have this break in my voice. And I think wherever I was singing it, it just kind of happened. It's like, oh, that's cool. That's how Blue came to be. The recording process for me at a young age was basically walk in, do my thing, and leave. Like, I had zero patience for anything, anyone. When it came to music, I'm like, you only get one take, basically. After about 3 takes with me, and it kind of still happens, it's like I just kind of go somewhere else. I check out. Those first 3 takes are always magic, and after 3, then you kind of lose me. So I'm definitely, as a kid, if you got more than one, you were very lucky. There's a part in the recording, and I think the lyrics are, those sweet words you whispered were nothing but lies. I actually say those weak words you whispered. So I thought that that was the lyric, and it wasn't. That's what's there. So that always makes me giggle.
It can still work.
I don't know. It works. It works totally.
Those weak words you whisper were nothing but lies.
I think everybody was so afraid to put that song out. I remember deciding between 2 labels of Curb and Decca. And Decca wanted to like completely shelf that. That was really my deciding factor, because I'm like, you can't shelf that song. I was 11 making these decisions, but I'm like, you can't shelf that song. That was the reason I signed with Curb, was really, he wanted to take a chance on that. And it sounded so different than anything else that was out there. Like, 90s music, 90s country music was very pop driven back in those days. I think that's what made it stand out, was it was so different than everything else out there. I think the original recording, I was 11, and my label was like, now you're 13. I mean, so much has changed in 2 years that you should totally record it now. And I recorded it, and they ended up releasing the wrong one. So what you've heard all these years is me at 11. Blue, it's interesting. I think at that time, like, people weren't quite sure what to do with me in a video about Blue, like being heartbroken. So they put me in a raft on a pool. I have no idea what it has to do with anything. But it is an iconic video. The sunglasses, I still have those sunglasses, actually. It does feel like a little like behind the scenes, like getting to know me, being in the studio with me. It was kind of my introduction, I guess, to the world. It's hard to remember that part of my life because everything was happening so fast. It was so unique for younger kids. They'd never heard a sound like that, most of them. And then everybody who grew up on that kind of classic country music, it like threw them back in time. There was just like this real magical moment when it came to that song of like making people stop and go, whoa, what's that? Everybody has a story about where they were when they heard the song. The song changed my life in every way possible. Like I went from people around Texas knowing my name because I performed there all the time, and had a little album out there, to like the whole world knowing my name. It was wild, a wild ride.